Wow, everything looks Smurfy today. So I found a new emote. I saw somebody in chat mentioned it. Oh, there we go. I got neat item. Belt of the Zephyr. Oh, glidey coolness. And as I discovered, you can sprint while doing it. It makes you go like all Iron Man. And you can go backwards too. Really cool. I also have a bracelet that enhances my jump. I don't know if I have it equipped yet. Let's find out. Yes, I do. I did not find the double jump one yet, but I'm working on that. I have been building a lot, and so I wanted to show that off. I kind of want to use it as a PvP arena. I'll have to probably tweak it after it goes live, PvP that is, when that goes live, to adjust it for the quirks of player versus player combat. I designed it after a town, like a desert town, and that's it right down there. It is 2x2, and I'll take a little swoop over it. Let's go a little lower. There we go. And do a little flyby here. Some of the buildings are copy-pasted. Probably make them unique later. I wanted to get the overall look down. This was the first section I made. It's kind of like the merchant area, commerce center. Like you have a tavern here, in there, and see a little storage room back here, and a couple of rooms up here. Everything's unfurnished right at the moment. I might not furnish it, just because to facilitate speedy PvP, meaning less lag. This stuff I have on my crafting tables here in case I need it, but at the moment it's just there for convenience. Most of the buildings have a similar design. I try to keep the theme the same. I built it so it all looked like it's desert-y, in terms of colors and everything. So it's almost all stone and sand with a little bit of wood. This building has an upstairs entrance for the second floor, which is up here, and a little balcony. Try to keep. There are some variances in design between all the buildings, but again, the overall theme I tried to keep the same. Like for instance, those what looks like Roman numerals. It's only on this building, and take a look at those. Even built a chimney or a little hole at least for the forge. Towers. I actually built this building first, but it looked a lot different. Then I built the tower. I liked the way the tower came out, so I redesigned this entirely to kind of match the theme. It was mostly the same, just in terms of coloration. It's just the patterns were all different, and it didn't fit. And then once I got those two buildings down, it was fairly simple to stay within the theme of what I had started building. Then I started building the little residential area, and I just realized I spelled district wrong. So how about if I fix that? Or is it U? I think, yes. I can't spell. And then district. There we go. And close that. Okay, there's I think four designs for the building so far, and then the rest are copied. I think this one just has a single first floor apartment, then it has a second and third floor are combined, but access for that is in the rear, which is right here. And then if you want, you can jump up here. Some of this stuff is only accessible if you have an enhanced jump, which I purposely left it like that. Like I thought of like maybe lowering the floor so you could just hop up but keep the ladder design. But then I was like, well, I want to give a little bit of a bonus to people who can make the jump. Next building design. It's only 2 floors, but with a roof. Well, they all have roofs. That's what I mean is, aside from just a flat top, essentially. It has this little area here. And they all have that kind of funky design to them. This one is kind of, I don't know if that's the only, oh no, yeah, a couple of them are not necessarily symmetrical. This one is an odd one because it's the corner that you're, or the side that you're going into. This was going to be like there's a chimney up top, you know, just a big fire, like kind of like a smokehouse, or, you know, just a big communal center where, you know, there's a big fire and people gather, that sort of thing. But it makes a good snipe point. And I try to position these so you only have access to certain viewing areas. Like you can kind of, like if you're an archer, you have the bow, you can shoot towards this way, but you can't really do much the other way. And I tried to make it so the other ones were pointed that way. I'll have to double check. And this one is the 4th unique design for the housing. Let's go check that out. Got the ladder up to here, and then there's steps that go up to the 3rd floor. There we go. With the yellow lumicite accenting some of the doors. And then again, all these other ones are just copies. I did change one of them slightly, which I'll get to later, because it involves another building. You see this one, you have a view of the street, but well, you got a pretty good shot down there too. But this one, you're exposed. It's easier for people to get behind you because there's a huge open area they can access back there, which is this area. Whereas this one, there's a little alleyway, but it's hard to sneak. And same thing with these. It's just copies of buildings, and then another building right there, which is a copy of the first one. Okay, now this is Scholar's Respite, and were I to decorate this, there'd be bookshelves and stuff like that. I'm still not finished with this one. And even all the other buildings, I kind of want to do a little touch-up stuff here and there, smooth out a few things, that sort of stuff. I was messing around with the fountain here. I just kind of threw it together pretty quickly. You know, messing with water, shaped water to look like it's flowing down out of the little grooves, I guess. And, you know, there's going to be, I think, like a sitting area here, and then on both sides, I'll try to make like potted plants, just to kind of give it a little bit of a domesticated feel. Oh, there is an upstairs. There are stairs in the back. Access these. You see, like, I did something different up here that I haven't done on any of the other buildings. But I think it still, to me, it still fits with the rest of the theme, so, and it looks pretty good. I like the way it came out. And finally, the castle. Sometimes when I load back in, this door is all askew and I have to resize it. But looks like it's okay at that, right at the moment. Okay, now here, this is this is incomplete down here. Like, I kind of wanted a couple of corner buildings where you can actually access or get to the upper portion. I might not do that for PvP purposes and just have a teleport pad here that takes you up to the top. Yeah, it's not like an overly large building, but that way if you fall down, you're out of commission unless you teleport up to an open area where everyone can see you. So you can try to escape by dropping down, but you know, you're leaving yourself, you're basically creating an opening for somebody when you pop back up, and you're slightly disoriented because you just, you know, you teleported locations. But yeah, so this is the castle. I did it quick and dirty. Basically 4 towers, and connected them with walls and did the crenellation and all that stuff. But I kind of like the way it came out. This is the one building that I designed specifically with PvP in mind, I think. Not that I want this area isolated for PvP, it's going to be combined with these other areas, but it's I'm guessing it'll be one of the spawn points or a hold point, uh, depending on the game type. But yeah, it's overall, I like the design of it. It looks pretty neat. Just not functional, where realistic. But yeah, so one of the things I started to do, which I had wanted to do before, and I finally got around to starting it, even though some of the, like this building is incomplete, is add in a few secret passages. I'll show one of them here. And you hide behind here, and you can drop down and bolt along this passage, and you can pop up in one of the other buildings in the residential district, and it's actually hidden somewhat. It's meant to be found, just not easily or obviously. But yeah, it's kind of neat. I actually like the way it turned out. I started just small, and it just kind of got big over time. And I was surprised, actually, at how well at least what I think, how well it came out. Be perfect place for a shootout. You know, gunmen on both sides, or archers, you know, whatever. Oh yeah, there's a neat little glitch here. When I walk over here, it thinks I'm in a cave, and all the lighting, and there's some echoing from, you know, the cave mechanics. And it does that in a couple other spots, and I think it's because there's a cave directly below me. Sometimes, so far anyway, when I've been teleporting with a portal shard, it puts me in a cave directly down from this corner. So there's some sort of glitch there. Follow that for yet another bug. But yeah, I just wanted to show it off. I have a few friends who will find it interesting. Combat, PvP, that's all coming in. 2 days, I think. It's on the 27th. You know, after the hours of patching and all that stuff. And yeah, so that should be a lot of fun. And mobs are shortly after that. There's already treasure chests. That's where I got the belt. Cave system is pretty neat. And yeah, it's coming along pretty nicely, and my design skills are enhancing. And back into the cave lighting. Looks kind of neat, though. Almost makes it look like a ghost town. Well, aside from the bubbling of the table there. But yeah, that is my claim. Wah. Ooh, oh, up, up. There we go. Let's go take another bird's eye view here. Oh, I missed. I'm definitely going to need to practice my mobility there. Especially with PvP coming around. Usually pretty good, but that was a sloppy grapple throw. And there we go. Wonder why I didn't think of this before. First person fly through. Go land on the roof over here. And I made it. And one more emote I found, or rather saw them talking about in chat. /drunk. And you can exit any of those by doing /stand. That's my emote to close off with, I guess, until I discover more. I know there's a few basic ones like wave and all that. Ooh. And there we go. Hopefully you enjoy it and like it and think it's well done. And hopefully it plays well for PvP. That would be the real test, I think. I'll have to add a couple more things, though, I think. At least a wall or just a few more buildings. And maybe refine a couple of them. Finish the secret passages and all that stuff. Until now. Or later, for that matter. I'm getting jumping ahead of myself. I was going to say right now, I'll have to say until later. And there we go. it looks pretty good. Haven't actually stopped and taken a look at it. And I'll say yet again, goodbye. This time, I mean it.